Did you see the stuff with like how he was supposed to be behind the phone with Randy Orton and get Randy to turn heel? And man, shout out Pat McAfee.
Gas match that they had.
All gas, no
Like,
brakes. Is that what you're
yeah,
about to
Rami. Yeah.
say?
Dude.
With the Motor City Machine Guns, and this is the other lane, not AEW. We give them a retirement match versus the Hardys, man. That's a dream match. Machine Guns versus the Hardys, and this is more realistic. AJ Styles is the special guest referee. Welcome to another episode of RTP Wrestling. I'm your host, RTP ANT, and HT's next to me is my boy RTP John. Hey, I almost grabbed a Coke Zero earlier, so shout out Coke Zero, man. Sponsor
Coke
the show.
Zero Cherry Float is like been my go-to lately, bro.
Okay.
It's like a creamier Coke Cherry vanilla type of vibe.
Sponsor us, Cherry Coke Float Zero, whatever.
Crazy.
Please, come on. We need the money, man. You guys don't need it. Please,
No, I just need the Coke Zeros.
John needs the money, man, because we're about to release John from the RTP Wrestling podcast. Today in the video, we're going to be talking
Even
about
my
everybody.
camera started letting me drift off. I started unfocusing like I was just going to disappear into the hedge. Like,
Your camera's TKO. We're kicking you out, man. Today we're going to be covering the releases, dream booking them. It's been a couple of days since these releases, and this is just a interesting situation in general. I will say something. I feel like whenever shit like this happens, everyone is really angry, and like you're justified. People are losing their job. But my take on it is, I feel like a lot of these wrestlers are too talented right now to be in the situations they're in currently on WWE TV. So I'm hoping all five of these guys are gonna be given more of an opportunity. Now it does suck they're gonna be losing out on their money now, but you guys got it. You know, we're rooting for you.
Yeah, I think the anger and like the frustration comes from the fact that WWE had every opportunity to make it work. Like they had every opportunity to not have these guys just slide off into obscurity to where it makes sense when they get cut, especially with such talented people.
Yeah.
But like Kairi Sane, she was like she was in a tag match with Rhea Ripley like real recent with Asuka.
That was the one where I do understand like the anger mainly. Like Motor City Machine Guns, Bo Dallas, like all them, I get it. It doesn't make sense. But Kairi Sane, it does make sense. But Kairi Sane was in the middle of a storyline. She was about to kind of, I mean, I don't know if she's going to pop as a babyface, but she was going to be given the opportunity to do so. So
I was enjoying the storyline a lot, actually. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was too. Kairi!
It's just like them yelling at each other. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying. They could just be reading ingredients on the back of like a shampoo bottle or whatever. But like it just sounds so angry and so like they mean it. I don't know. I feel bad for Asuka. It almost makes me feel like she's circling the drain, even though she really ought not to be. I feel like
she seems like someone that'll never get fired until she does. You know, like
Yeah.
I agree with that. Where it's like it doesn't make sense, and you also don't know. Maybe it's a money thing. It's some people may want to leave and request their release, and they just get bashed into this. I also didn't like Andre Chase was someone I feel like that just got fumbled. Chase, you should have been on the main roster. But let's just go into our bookings, I guess. And I want to start with Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, the Y6, however you want to do it. I know you had a couple options for me on this one, so I'll let you kick this one off, man.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's Bo by himself, I don't know. Like, I think he could pop up anywhere, but I honestly, unfortunately, don't, unless he comes up with a whole new gimmick and a whole new thing. Bo's larger than life character as Uncle Howdy doesn't work by itself, in my opinion. So by himself, it had to be a whole new gimmick. And if it's a whole new gimmick and it works, I think he can really go anywhere. Except for I can't see him in like New Japan. I don't think it would work there. But like TNA, I could even see him in AAA. I could see someone like Undertaker knowing what to do with him. You know. Sorry, my dog is circling over there. Hey, come on, Papa. Thank you. Sorry about that. No, he's trying to get his sister's treats over there. Got a little rat over here. But anyways, I think Bo Dallas going to AAA would be really, really cool if he's by himself, doing a whole new from the ground up gimmick with somebody like Undertaker who has a lot of control down there.
Yeah.
And they really have a lot of freedom. I think he can get over with the right crowd and the right gimmick. Now together, AEW. I think him if the whole Wyatt Six stays together, him going to AEW, the Don Callis family right there. They've already gone into the gimmicky shtick type of comedy stuff before, and also can show that they can have real, true, classic matches because they have some of the best wrestlers in the world in the Don Callis family right now.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really fun thing. Kind of bring some cinema into AEW. It doesn't always need to be just wrestling stories. However, I know those wrestling matches are also going to be really good too.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's where I kind of went with a different angle for that one. And I am going with. I'm dream bunking this one a little bit, okay?
Go for it, man.
I'm dream bunking this one a little bit, but I'm keeping it realistic. I'm kind of taking the Wyatt Six and we're repackaging a little bit, okay? We're shrinking it down, right? So we got. Who are some people in AEW with connections to Bray Wyatt? The two names to me that come to mind are Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley was supposed to be the Fiend's opponent at WrestleMania 39. Obviously, we didn't get that. Whether that was health or other reasons, we don't know. And the other one I kind of synonymously think with, like, the original Wyatts is, like, the Shield versus the Wyatts. So we got to get Dean Ambrose involved in this, too. So my dream booking for Bo Dallas is a faction in AEW, not the Wyatt Six, but this faction includes another guy who was released not too long ago by WWE, Braun Strowman, who was a part of the Wyatt family. So now we got Bo Dallas, we got Braun Strowman, and to finish off the group. Now this is going to have to be down the line because this guy's not AEW ready, and you're going to get me in a second. Brody Lee Jr. This is how you debut Brody Lee Jr. He's 14 right now, but Tony Khan said he has a contract. He wrestled at GCW WrestleMania weekend. Like, this guy wants to be a wrestler. What's a bigger way to pop that than putting him with his dad's old teammate's brother and Braun Strowman, and you build this faction, and you could have them feud with Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, Bobby Lashley. You get these matches that, like, we could have got more of if Bray Wyatt was alive, and we sadly didn't. But yeah. I think, like, honing in on that rather than, like, okay, we have Bo Dallas in this cool faction, let's have him feud with the MFTs, or, like, give us some stuff we'd want to see. And I think Bobby Lashley and Moxley would be feuds that I would want to see with them.
I like that idea. I think getting Eric Rowan in there somehow, just because of his original connection, somehow getting him involved in that too. Even if you want to go Uncle Howdy, Eric Rowan coming in as a two-man tag and then slowly bringing in other people. Or even as Eric Rowan by himself. I mean, AEW needs some more big men that are kind of just like that rather than just – because all those guys are kind of small over there, I noticed. I mean, way bigger than me, but like smaller compared to like Eric Rowan kind of looking –
there's not a lot of that
massive.
type, that mold, you know. It's just like Brody King, and like if Wardlow's still wrestling, I don't know.
Even then, I think Eric Rowan's bigger than Brody King. I think he's taller. I don't think he's probably. I think he's Brody King's a big boy, but like having him there would be nice too.
Eric Rowan would be cool in this because the point of this isn't to get Bo Dallas over or bring Braun Strowman back to some big pop. I think Brody Lee is going to be a kid who like is going to have the wrestling world given to him, and like he could take it if he wants, but putting these veteran guys in his corner, I think could only make him better and could only make him that superstar that we all want to root for.
That would be a crazy four-man tag. Brody Lee Jr., Eric Rowan, Braun Strowman, and Bo Dallas.
That'd be cool.
Big
it would
boys.
Just be cool. And it'd be something that, like, whether you're an AEW fan or not, you'd want to talk about. And that would just put Brody Lee Jr. in more of a spotlight. And I tuned into that. As booking, that's what I want to do, you know?
And honestly, Bo Dallas is a better he makes better facial reactions than his brother, in my opinion. Like he just like even when remember the I forgot that stupid gimmick he had at NXT that got over really
Believe.
well. Yeah, like he was such a good actor. Like I believed him. Like I did.
You believed him. He's the GOAT.
I believed. And get that fucking mask off of him. Like I get it. It looks cool, but I'd rather see the facial reactions, which is almost honestly why I almost like the MFT gimmick with the stupid face paint. You can at least still see their facial reactions, and it's not just like completely covered up like some of the Wyatts get.
Those masks were too much.
Too much.
They were too much. Let's go to Kyrie now. I don't have much for Kyrie. Kyrie is one of the people that I feel like. I mean, Kyrie's wherever she goes. I think there's enough fan support behind her to like gas her up. But it's hard for me to book her kind of outside looking in. My kind of spot for her is AEW right now. I think there's a world where she goes back to Japan too, but AEW kind of just makes the most sense. And I could see her forming a group with the Babes of Wrath, with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, and then maybe eventually going after the TBS Championship and feuding with Sasha Banks whenever she comes back, Mercedes Moné. That's kind of where I went. Super simple.
You know, this is dream booking because I really think Kairi Sane is like so talented, and she's always booked as like dumb,
Yeah.
which sucks. I think there's a seriousness there that could rival Takeshita Okada. That presence that they bring, that excellence that they bring, that like I hate saying aura, but like when they walk in a room with the broad chest and everything, it just I think Kairi Sane could be that in the women's division, and I picture a feud with Toni Storm, like a 3-match thing, like when she comes back. Like maybe she goes to New Japan and then comes in with the New Japan title or something like that, or even
That'd
just
be
comes
cool.
in from there because I know they work together sometimes. And then eventually being like a New Japan AEW tweener that kind of goes in between. Because I think Toni Storm is kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel with feuds. And I think she needs someone new just to orbit each other and just build this massive feud with. And I think them going to some of these, because Toni Storm obviously shows she can do kind of everything. She can do shtick, she can do straight wrestling, and she can also do like the blood matches and the death matches. And I think Kairi Sane has done that extreme stuff before too and excels at it. She's
I think
crazy
so too,
with the
yeah.
spots.
Yeah.
So have them go to like some bloody match like her and Mariah May in their match that they had, the 10-minute just all gas match that they had.
All gas,
Like,
no brakes? Is that what you're
yeah,
about to say?
yeah. Dude. They're trying, but a little aside, real quick. They're trying to get that over, and then they're also trying to get Royce Keys over.
I hate that. I said that from the first time. I hate that. Royce Keys one is terrible.
We'll get to that into This Week in Wrestling, but like I just
Yeah.
wanted to put that in there. It's the same vibe, but it works with Jacob Fatu. It doesn't work for Royce Keys. Anyways, Kyrie and Toni Storm would be my dream booking. Let them feud. Let them have like a 3-match series. Let Kyrie doesn't even need to say a word. Just come in there and fucking be serious and excellent. Because I think Kairi Sane is a better worker than most of the women on their roster right now. I think Kyrie's insane. And also, I think she'll elevate the product. I think when she needs to lose, she loses so good. And when she wins, she knows how to win and be the babyface with that fire. And I think her heel work will be very good. And I really want her to go to AEW and do this.
We took 2 different lanes. You know, I kind of went with the more Kyrie, what we see now, where like I don't want her to go to AEW and be dumb, but I think like still being that fun type of vibe would work. But also what you're saying, like I would love to see Kairi Sane wrestle a 25, 30-minute last woman standing or fucking throwing blood and guts.
Iron Woman match, something like that. Or even like a Continental Classic series.
I'm not opposed. Yeah, Continental Classic would be cool. Or do they do Women's Continental Classic?
That's what I'm saying. Like if they did that, like that would be cool. That would work
cool
for that gimmick of what I kind of built in my head for her.
All right, let's go to Santos Escobar because
man,
this is the weirdest one. It was
like,
just clear.
What are they thinking?
Like, this is what it is, bro. WWE paid Santos Escobar so he wouldn't go to AEW the first time. Like,
it was literally just like blocking the competition.
So I could see him going back to AEW, but I'm taking a different approach, and I don't think he would do this necessarily, because he's just so far from being WWE. But I like the idea of Santos and TNA. I think TNA is kind of missing like one more guy like that, and he could have feuds with Ali, Santana, Leon Slater, Nick Nemeth. I got Moose on here, Cedric Alexander, Trey Miguel. Like all of these guys could have amazing matches.
Yeah.
You throw them all together. You know, I just do think TNA is missing one guy, and Santos Escobar. I mean, in TNA could be a world champion. You know, it's not unrealistic to say.
He's a worker, man.
He's got the aura. He's got the match quality. But I'm guessing you went AEW or down in Mexico?
I went down to Mexico. Him being kind of a tweener as well. I think AEW. This is the dream booking side of things too. And my decision kind of comes with the idea that AEW is going to realize that integrating the content more, kind of like what WWE is doing with AAA, where it's more integrated. Like having someone like Dominic Mysterio, which could be Santos, if he has a title from CMLL and comes and maybe becomes like a little TNA champ, TBS champ, as well as the CMLL only defends the TBS but has that title and does double duty back and forth. I think AEW needs someone like that to really bridge the audience between these guys from Mexico that just come and job on
I'm
AEW.
gonna disagree with just from my experience.
Remember the Battle Royal? They didn't even get entrances.
The
They got
Battle Royale is
eliminated.
different though. Like there's guys like Hechicero who's weekly on both of them. Mystico is someone who recently picked up AW. There's a lot of jobbers. Don't get me wrong, but Escobar could be in that Hechicero, Mystico, El Clone. I think does a lot of work for Sam Mello. Like one of those guys. I do think there's a lot of lower tier guys that they just throw around. But I think he's good. I trust him.
Yeah, I wanna see him be one of those tweeners.
Yeah.
That kind of just bounce between. But I mean, honestly, the more ambitious route, I feel like Santos fits in the WWE culture better. I think he can command that type of crowd, especially with what's happening right now. But I don't know, maybe TNA, and he earns his weight. He pulls his weight there, develops his gimmick, develops his status, and then just gets to call back up.
Dude, if he left when he was supposed to leave a year ago, his ass would just be given the fucking Andrade gimmick in the Don Callis family. If he beat Andrade to AEW, Santos, because he could wrestle. Like, Santos could go in that extreme style. He did a lot of work for Lucha Underground. It's just unfortunate, you know. He took
maybe
the
even
bag.
AAA. Honestly, I could even see Undertaker calling him up because I feel like he's that type of guy. Like,
well, when he re-signed, the point was to use him in AAA, and then he got hurt, and then they cut him. So it was just he had a match in the Red Reyes tournament like a month or two ago, and then they cut him. So it just
I was trying to see what size he was, and honestly, his size is perfect for AAA. 6'1", 200 pounds. Like,
wait, but
that's.
So what happened was when he signed again recently, the point was to use him in AAA, and then they cut him again. So if his ass went to AAA, like that wouldn't. It don't add up.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Let's go to Alistair. My bad. Let's go to Alistair.
This one's just sad. No, I sighed because I'm like, this one's just sad to me. Because I can't help but have reality kind of dictate my answer here. But if I'm just going to go straight dream booking, man, like I would like to see him in TNA. But Alistair's a great wrestler. So I think he could make a lot of money in New Japan doing that strong style. Cool. You know what I mean? But if he goes back to AEW, he has to do a different gimmick. It just isn't, you know what I mean? There has to be something different about him. He can't just be the darkness guy. Yeah. You know, it obviously doesn't get over like he wants it to.
Did you see the stuff with like how he was supposed to be behind the phone with Randy Orton and get Randy to turn heel? And man, shout out Pat McAfee. You cost Alistair the job. I bet you love the business, brother. I got something though. I agree with you, and I've heard a lot of people saying that AEW doesn't like him, whatever he burnt bridges or something like that. I don't.
Yeah, there was like contention with their release.
I never read too far into those. Like anything wrestling news related, I feel like I really take with like the smallest possible grain of salt. But my idea, if AEW wants to fucking shake the room, you put a faction together, and it's not the House of Black or not the traditional House of Black. But you take Aleister Black.
The Day of Judgment.
Yeah. Judgment Week.
Judgment Week. Exactly. Yeah. Judgment Week. And then put Edge in charge again. Give him his fucking wings.
You take Aleister Black. You take Zelina Vega. You bring back a guy we haven't seen on TV in a while in Buddy Matthews, who was doing great work before he got hurt. And he was in House of Black. And then we're using Aleister Black as a catalyst here. Who am I throwing to this faction? Who's the best wrestler on? Not best, biggest
Ric
wrestler.
Flair. He's been training. Did you see?
I refuse. No, we're going Karrion Kross and Scarlett, and we're throwing them in this
forgot
faction.
they existed.
And Aleister Black, Karrion
Honestly,
Kross,
that'd be so
Zelina,
funny.
That'd be cool. They're the same fucking person.
Exactly.
And then you have Buddy Matthews doing that, and then you have them feud with all these AEW conglomeration, the Dogs, Don Callis family, what's the fucking Death Riders, even something with like, I want it to be them. I think Brody King doesn't need to be a part of this group, even though he was the House of Black. So you could have him feud with Brody King, you know, have him go fucking Brody King.
The only reason Brody King was in the House of Black is because this guy's got a lot of tattoos too.
Yeah, he's evil. You know,
great.
Yeah, I would like to see that group. I think it'd be fun. I don't think we'll see that group. I'm dream booking, but man, Tony Khan hire me because I'm cooking. Let's finish off with the Motor City Machine Guns. I'll lead you off on this one. I got 2 lanes to go here, okay?
Okay.
The easy one, okay, first of all, I'm just going to go unrealistic for a second, and you could take this guy or put this guy out, depending on if you want to think about it realistically or not. But wherever they go, it would be so nice if AJ Styles went with them and they had a little group, like a little TNA old school. You know, I don't think it'll happen, but
it won't.
A man can dream, right? Let's go to AEW.
Which would be really funny if AJ was just like, hey, fuck you.
That'd be cool. Hall of Famer AJ Styles.
WWE Hall of Famer AJ Styles.
That's what they announce when he walks in. No, but like having I took this, I think from Dropkicked, honestly, or maybe it was a YouTube video, but having a 4-way ladder match between the Bucks, FTR, Edge and Christian, and the Motor City Machine Guns would just be like the best tag team match ever. Just throwing them in that division would be cool. A part of me wants to see them separated because they're both such good performers separate. Yeah. But I don't think we will, you know, so I'm trying to keep it a little realistic, and I don't have anything booked up for that. But another thing that would be amazing to see with the Motor City Machine Guns, and this is the other lane, not AEW, we give them a retirement match versus the Hardys, man. That's a dream match. Machine Guns versus the Hardys, and this is more realistic. AJ Styles is the special guest referee.
AJ Styles is the guest referee, and then turns heel, and then disappears, and we never address it again.
Cinema.
We want to go WWE style.
TKO got their hand in TNA.
Exactly. I would love that. That cool. Would just be a fan service thing, and I bet you would end in a double pin.
No, it would end with Bubba Ray Dudley giving up his boots.
What's funny is he's just in the front row, and then he just gets up.
It just makes the moment.
Cries.
No, but I'll just be transparent here. I didn't grow up on the Machine Guns, so when they came to WWE, I've heard about them, but I didn't have that like, oh, this is so sweet because I know so much about them, and they won me over with their match quality. I would love to see them in these, but I don't have that nostalgia pop, so I would prefer them in AEW. But that TNA Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy match is a dream match too.
I mean, I would love to see the Motor City Machine Guns in AAA, just going crazy over there with the lucha style. But I don't. That's not
too old.
But that's not where I would put them though.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. That's not where I put them though. I put them probably in AEW, of course, but I would specifically really look forward to the FTR feud. Really look forward to the Edge and Christian feud. Just give them some bangers. Let them go. You know, maybe Kyle, Freaky Fletcher, and Takeshita or Okada, like just put some of those guys together and just let them go on a Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like it's just you don't lose with it. Tell them they only got 20 minutes and they never let up on the gas.
All right? Gas, no brakes. Like you said.
I mean,
no, I'm with it. You guys comment down below where you guys want to see these guys.
This one seems kind of more simple. I feel like it just kind of makes sense for them to go to AEW.
It's very similar to Tommaso Ciampa, where it's like just let the good wrestler go and do good wrestling. You know,
I'm surprised Johnny Gargano didn't get cut in this one. I'm going to be honest.
I was hoping he did, so he could leave. Him and Finn Balor. You know, I just want to see them walk. But
the Johnny Gargano thing feels like a Vince McMahon gimmick. Like, it's such good shit. Like it really feels like that. Like it's just a bit for one person.
And he wasn't on SmackDown.
It's like, is he gone?
I think there's also not just like that's good shit. I think there's also like we don't know what the fuck to do with Johnny Gargano, so we're just gonna make him do this. And it's like
let him wrestle.
He's
and
too
have
good.
Him win.
He's too. Yeah, it's that simple. Have him wrestle. Have him win the crowd over by wrestling, and we're there. You know. But it's just even
just
like
have him like just beat people up. Like we just want to see him fight. Like same with Royce Keys. We just want to see you fight. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Tag.
Royce Keys and Johnny Gargano in a tag team would be funny because of how big and small they are. Like
that's what I'd be throwing together in my GM when I'm like, I got nothing for these two to do. Fucking
let's just put them
together, put them to work. You guys comment down below who your not favorite person cut was, but who hit the hardest, I guess. Who was the saddest? Yeah. I was honestly most sad about Andre Chase, just because I thought Chase U would have been a fun like gimmick on the main roster that they never pulled the trigger on. And you see guys like Thea Hale and I forgot the other dude's name, but they're all tweeting like we wouldn't be here without Andre Chase. He was a good mentor, so I think that one was my biggest cut for me. But you guys comment down below who yours was, John. You got someone that hit home or?
Yeah, actually, the Bo Dallas cut sucked because it really felt like the last little remnant of Bray Wyatt, and the Fiend is just kind of erased a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously not, but like, it sucks. I don't know. It just shows that it just shows that like all of that world building and everything, it's not wasted because obviously it still exists, but
it was wasted though because they stopped giving a fuck.
They
were letting him go.
Let him cook.
They like let him cook for a week and a half, and then they disappeared for 8 months.
They just had a freaking maze at Halloween Horror Nights, like, and they're like one of the main things in My Rise. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know. The Fiend is what got me back into WWE in the first place. When that character first came out, I was in like he took out Mick Foley. Like that was like the thing that got me back. So seeing this, it feels like kind of like some sort of end. But I'll always be interested in what Bo Dallas does, just out of respect for the Fiend. There'll be something there always, you know. But that one sucked. I understood though.
I'm gonna wrap up the episode here, and I'm gonna give a special shout out to another one that sucked, and we'll end it on their name. Shout out Zoe Stark, man. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. We out. Bow.